Hello everyone, and this is going to be another segment of my tips and tricks, and this is another one that's really close to me. I know I told you in my last video that I coupon. I'm very big into bargains and things like that, and this time I wanted to share with you where I get all of my stuff. Now, I've heard hundreds of times that people are quitting Wicca or paganism or other earth-based spiritualities because it is too expensive. And everybody will tell you you don't need tools, because that is true. You don't need tools. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background if you can hear that. All you need is yourself, because you represent all 5 elements. Daisy, my dog is wanting to be part of this. You represent all 5 elements. All you need is your finger. For your athame or your wand or whatever it is, you need yourself to represent the elements. That's all you need. But I just wanted to say that we're all materialistic. We live in a materialistic world, whether we want to admit it or not. And by human nature, we like to accumulate stuff. We like to make stockpiles. We like to prepare for emergencies and things like that, because that's how humans are. We want to be prepared for anything that comes our way. And that includes accumulating different tools and things like that. Let my dog out. And anyway, we like accumulating stuff. And I just wanted to share with you that you can do this on a budget. You can get all of the tools and things that you want to without breaking the bank, because we all like to have stuff. So I thought I'd share with you how I do it. Now, one way I like to get things for pretty cheap is thrift stores. Another way is yard sales. And a third way is actually out of the garbage. And that sounds gross and some people don't like it, but I don't actually go dumpster diving or anything like that. There are these things, like if you go on Craigslist and look at the free category for your area, there are these things called curb alerts. And people will post when other people have been evicted, or they've moved and they've left a bunch of stuff on the side of the road. Or people will say, I've got a box full of candle holders and picture frames that I don't want anymore. Come and pick them up for free if you can be here in the next 2 hours. You always want to clean things that you get out of the garbage or on the side of the road or from anybody else, and you always want to cleanse them and charge them if they're a tool. But here, I thought I would share with you some of my finds. I don't think I paid more than $2 for anything I'm about to show you. Just to give you a little bit of inspiration on the things that you can get if you allow yourself a little bit of time and you really look for the deals. So the first thing I'm going to show you, my goddess candle. I got this plain white pillar candle on clearance for 50 cents. And I just painted the triple moon symbol on it. And then both of my goddess representations. This is an owl, obviously. It used to be a bookend. I got it at a yard sale for $0.25. Actually, I got 2 of them, so I paid 50 cents for both of them. But one of my goddesses is the Welsh triple goddess. That's Aryan Rod, Blue Daylip, and Caradwin. And they're symbolized by owls. I've always been drawn to owls since I was little, but that's another video. Anyway, 25 cents. And my other natural representation of the goddess is this little rock. And actually, I found this at the creek when I went swimming, and I stepped on it, and I pulled it out of the water, and I thought, oh my goodness, that looks like a pregnant woman. And you can see it's got the belly, and it's got both of her breasts right here. And I thought that was an amazing natural phenomenon that is a symbol of the goddess. So I actually took it home, and I keep that on my altar. I left a little bit of herb in place, threw it into the creek to say thank you. My chalice, I got this at the local flea market for $0.25. It's just a glass goblet or wine glass or whatever it is. I thought it was pretty. It's beautiful, and it was the perfect size for me, since I am a solitary. My fiance doesn't necessarily practice. I guess he considers himself pagan, but he's not necessarily actively practicing in any way, shape, or form. He just picked it up. But anyway, perfect for me. 45 cents. This is a candle. I got this candle on clearance for $1. And I just painted, this is my working candle, so I painted different things that symbolize the working candle to me around the outside of it. Let's see. I have a bottle of lavender oil. I got this at a yard sale for 50 cents. They were just using it for decorative purposes, so I got it completely full. And I use that for dressing candles and things like that. Daisy. I have an antler that my fiance actually gave me. I don't remember where he said he got it. I think he just found it out in the woods. But he gave it to me, so that works perfectly. I have a smudge stick that I got at a head shop in Lexington called Botany Bay. I paid $1.25 for this. It was a lot bigger. You can tell it's been burned. It was about this big, about 6 inches long. For $1.25, you can't beat it. I also have my crystals. These are in a bowl that I got for 10 cents. It's just a wooden bowl. And I have some rough crystals in there. I have some sodalite and some rose quartz and some aventurine and things like that. And I also have some more little stones, like this is a rose quartz. Some little tumble stones like some amethyst and things like that. And actually I got those. I was amazed. I went to the little corner store about 50 yards down the road from me, and she had a vending machine that had those little bubble things that you put in a quarter and it spits out something with a little present inside or whatever, and they were called Mystic Gemstones. And for every 50 cents that you put into the machine, you got out 3 tumbled crystals. And it actually came with a sheet telling you all of the magical uses for those. So I thought that was awesome since I'm right in the middle of the Bible Belt. Had to tell you about that one. I have these little votive jars that I have different colored candles in. I need to replace them. They're getting low. They're dressed with herbs and oils. But I got these for 50 cents a piece at Walmart. And then I took hot glue and I glued the word water and a seashell onto it. I busted the seashell up so it would fit better on there. And then I glued it on. Works perfectly. My earth one has a little bit of stone work around the bottom of it. Maybe I'll show you guys how to make these. This is probably my favorite thrift store find. This is a brass cauldron with a handle. I paid a grand total of 50 cents for this. Works perfectly. And then I just took a paintbrush and I painted a pentagram on both sides of it. And this functions as my cauldron. I burn incense in it. I mix things like that. I also have my mortar and pestle. It's actually dirty. I just used it to mix up some spice for chili. But I got that for $1.50 at a yard sale. And I've seen those go for $25-30. So I was ecstatic when I found that. And then I have a sand garden, which I got for $1 at the Dollar Tree. It came with the sand, and I just filled it with a bunch of seashells and other things that I've gotten from people giving them to me from trips to the beach. And I have some really, really tiny ones in here that I actually got from the same creek that I found the little goddess at. Just itty bitty little guys. But that is a representation of water, so I keep that on my altar as well, in the west quarter. And this is one of my most recent finds. I got this at a yard sale for $2. It is a statue of Pegasus. I don't necessarily work with the Greek pantheon, but one of Arianrod's sacred animals is the horse. So I thought that worked because the horse and the owl is kind of a horse with wings. I don't know. I just thought it worked. And it's actually got leaves for hair. And I thought that was really cool. $2. And then finally, I have some little oils. I paid 25 cents for these on clearance. They're actually synthetic fragrance oils. I try to make all my own herbal oils, as you've seen my herbal cabinet. However, sometimes, as I said, I make candles. Sometimes there's just a scent that I want that I cannot achieve or have not been able to figure out yet, such as hot apple pie. That's just one I have not been able to figure out with herbs, or I don't have the technology or the knowledge to make an oil that smells like that. So I just use these. 25 cents on clearance, or 50 cents, I don't remember, one of the two, but either way, for 10 milliliters. So I have about 5 of those. This poster here, I won at the county fair last year. I won that little, the thing where you throw the baseballs at the bottles and knock them off. I won it during doing that. No, it wasn't that. It was popping balloons with a dart. Anyway, so I got that for free because that's my power animal. The gold-looking incense censer, paid $1 for that at a yard sale. Up a little higher, I have this candle holder, which I use during small rituals and spells and things like that. I typically just use the goddess and the god candles I have over here on the altar. But for large rituals or sabbats or esbats or whatever, I'll use that one up there to call the god and the goddess, as well as the two below. And I just have some representations of me hanging from it. I have my graduation tassel. I have some seashells hanging from it. They're puka shells. And a Native American necklace. It's got a manatee on it. It's not one of my totems, but I have worked with that animal before, and some turquoise. It's to the right, there's a Native American painting of Skyfather. And when I get it done, I'm going to be putting Earth Mother on the other side that I am painting. So I'll show you that when I get it done. And then up a little higher, I have a painting that I've done. And that is a take on the chakras and how all of the different chakras work together to make one form, which is us. People have told me it looks like an owl, which is also a plus since I told you I love owls. Above it, there's a God's Eye, and I made that God's Eye for in bulk this year. And then above that, I just have 2 belly dancer skirts. I got those, believe it or not, at a church yard sale for $1 a piece. So don't discount churches either. So yeah, those are all my finds. So to recap, check Craigslist for curb alerts. Keep a lookout when you're driving for things that are left on the side of the road. Check out thrift stores and yard sales. And you can find some awesome finds for almost no money. It is entirely possible to get all of your tools on a budget. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have an athame or a wand on there. I have not been able to find an athame that I particularly like, so I don't have one. And I did have a wand made out of rosewood, but in the move from my old house to this one, it broke. And I kind of took that as a sign. I didn't try to fix it or anything. And I've just been on the lookout for a new one. I haven't really found any. I haven't been going outside lately. But that's why I don't have that. So yeah, keep on the lookout for the good deals. If I find any more, I will keep you updated. And if you have any awesome garage sale or garbage finds or wherever it may be, I'd love to see them. So post your video responses and your comments down below. And I will see you next time. Blessed be.